Hey YouTube, I'm going to show you how to assemble the mini MoFang JiaoShi 8x8. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the centerpiece and we're going to put the spring below the washer instead of above the washer, which I find kind of interesting how they assembled that, but we're going to go with how they did it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get these 3 internal pieces. So while I was filming this, I accidentally got the order wrong. You're actually going to have the piece with the smallest hole on the bottom and the piece with the biggest hole on top, and then put it on. And slide it into place so it's locked in there. And then I'm going to give it 12 180-degree turns. This next part is optional, but I have organized my pieces into these center pieces, internal edges, and these internal pieces that go with the edges. This first part will be the most tricky, in which we're going to assemble it like a 3x3. So we're going to take an internal edge and some of these babies. We're going to move these apart and put in our first edge. And so how it's going to work is this first little plane right here will be firmly in place as this edge is pushing them back. And then we're going to do that again with another edge. It'll be a little tricky, but I believe in you. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a corner and another edge, place it in like so. A very important thing you need to do is you can assemble everything scrambled except for the corners, because if you assemble the whole thing, then that means you have to disassemble a whole corner and twist it at the end if you put it in wrong. So just to be cautious, assemble this like a 2x2 for just corners, and then the rest can be assembled scrambled. And make sure your corner isn't like floppy. You want to make sure your corner is firmly in place. Alright, the next piece that we're going to put in is this one. There's like a double winged one and then a singular. I'm going to get this double one. This one goes in first, and it's going to go below firmly in that second plane. Under it, I mean. And then this smaller one here. And then we're going to get these 2 smaller pieces, fit them together, and then slide them in underneath the first plane. I'm going to get another 3 and do the same thing. Biggest one goes underneath, and these 2. I'm going to keep that upright stable, and now I'm just going to insert the first piece and then the second one. Beautiful. The next I'm going to do the exact same thing around this whole corner, and then we'll start to put in the center pieces and the edges and develop the puzzle corner by corner. So once you have all that, we are going to take some of these and start assembling. So we're going to get this big internal corner piece, slide it in, and then just kind of find the surrounding pieces. And then we're going to find the mirror of that to go on the other side. And then we have another internal corner piece. There's 3 of them. The next one is taller. It's a medium size. Next we grab these thin pieces. These ones tend to like to pop a lot, sadly. You're going to find that one, and then the one that hugs that. So here's the one I'm looking for. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and get an edge here. Have half an edge. And put that in to keep it more stable. And I did magnetize this, so this will stay in place better than yours might. Next I'm going to get the big boy of the centerpieces, which is this long corner, internal corner. So try to be careful that those don't slide out of place because that would suck. Next, I'm gonna get the same two pieces that look like this. And there we have more stability in our corner being built. So I'm gonna get another half edge and then continue to put these pieces in and these. And I kind of just hold my thumb right here to keep this from sliding out of place. And there we have our first corner. Now I'm going to repeat those same steps and then go ahead and build the second corner. Okay, now make sure that this corner will match up with this corner that you originally put in. So that way you can solve it. One thing to keep in mind when assembling this is remember that this most outer center corner piece goes underneath the second layer of the internal edge here. Unlike all of the rest of the pieces, they sit on top and underneath the first layer, but the second one will go under. And the same thing goes with this most outer edge. And again, remember to assemble the corners like a 2x2. Now how I'm going to assemble it from here is I have put in these internal pieces and then the edges here, and then I'm going to build up the centers and then edges, centers, edges, and then once I have all that, get the top face. This is the easiest part of the assembly. All I'm going to do is just get a corner at a time. How I'm going to go about this center, so I'm going to get these three pieces and then those two, and then get that long corner. Put it in, get this guy in, and get that medium sized corner, and get the rest. Then repeat. Last two pieces. Bam! Complete. Well, I just started speedrunning and it kind of exploded on me. So yes, the other important thing I forgot to mention was to tighten it to 180-degree turns on each side. Should be perfect. And you can adjust the tensionings to your liking from then. Right, that's a good start. So that is how you assemble the wonderful mini MoFang JiaoShi 8x8. Until my next video, adios! So for the next part, we're going to get these three internal pieces, this double-winged one, this one-winged, and the smaller one. And we're going to put, oh nope, and there an edge fell out.